Because I was interested in hearing the end of the story, but your time has expired.
Maybe committee stages.
Jonathan Young.
I'd have to say, yeah, maybe committee stage, you can carry on your story. Sir, I just have to say a couple of things regarding Rod Stewart. Rod Stewart is quite a common name, and I'm sure there are plenty of people around the world who are called Rod Stewart, and no doubt there are plenty of people who dress up like Rod Stewart as well. So to say that not you, sir, but to say that that is the reason why there are objections to this bill is ludicrous. In terms of safety, this was a big issue, of course, that the previous speaker raised. And I remember on one journey from my residence to the New Plymouth Airport, I spoke to the taxi driver and I said, "You've got this Braille sticker on the side of your car. So tell me about that. Who uses that?" And he says, "Yes, there is a person who uses it, who hops in my car every week, and it's the same person every week. It's the same person every week." And he says he is a regular customer. And look, the reality is that people who have some degree of impairment most often use the same driver. The companies understand their need. The companies provide a personalised service, and good on them for that, because that's caring for their customers. And there is a huge connection between those drivers and their customers. They know each other by name. So when it comes to using, for example, a company like Uber, and when I was overseas, I used Uber a number of times. On your app, which can speak to you, by the way, can talk to you if you have a sight impairment, is the name of the driver, their rating, the identification of the vehicle, the type of vehicle, so there is ample acknowledgement of identity in terms of the people you use. And so what this bill is doing, it is not minimising or disregarding safety of the public or safety of the drivers, but it is responding to technology that is already amongst us and people are wanting to utilise. And I understand, as you will read the Labor view in the report, that they acknowledge that there are benefits around ride-sharing or benefits around some of these modes of private transport services that will reduce congestion and reduce issues around environmental pollution. So, sir, it's in many regards, I think that what the member, and, you know, kind regards to her for caring for people, but, sir, I do not believe that this bill puts in jeopardy public safety, nor does it put in jeopardy driver safety. Because, sir, even though that mandatory legislation regarding video cameras in taxi cabs was put in place, it still remains the choice of taxi drivers, if they want that technology in their cabs, to put it there. So if they want to have that degree of, I guess, backup in terms of their safety, the identification of their customers and clients that travel in their taxi cabs, they can still do it. And the price of that technology has reduced. As we know, all technology is reducing in cost. So, sir, I think that the comments of the opposition, and I appreciate that the Labor member and those members of the committee are by and large supporting this bill, but I do think that their objections, sir, do not warrant the level of concern that they are vocalising. So, sir, I'm keen to speak on many other aspects of this bill, and I'm going to do so when we have a little bit more liberty around time in the committee stage. But, sir, I believe this Land Transport Amendment Bill number 2 takes us forward into the world. The future has already come our way and is meeting us, but it brings legislation into place that puts sensible regulation around those advancements and those technology opportunities and advantages to our society. So I'm very pleased to stand and support and commend this bill to the House. Thank you.
Mr. Speaker.
Ian Lees-Galloway. Thank you.